wearing all black, being aggressive, hitting bombs. Got to hit bombs off the tee to be able to get to those small sections. And that's what I'm going to do today. Hit bombs and attack the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aloha Press Podcast. My name is JC, joined today by my co-host Jeff. We have our very first guest, young lady out of Boulder, Colorado. She's a contributor to the Breakfast Ball Golf blog. Her name is Laura Martin. She's a unique individual who we had the opportunity to speak with. She told some great, funny stories about the people she's met and her experiences on the golf course. So let's get into the interview. We had a great time. Hopefully you enjoy.
The Aloha Press podcast is brought to you by Wade's Farm. Wade specializes in farm fresh produce that he delivers right to your door once a week. This only costs $75 one time, and Wade will bring you the finest tomatoes, squash, okra, eggplant, peppers, and cucumbers in the Amador, Calaveras, and Tuolumne County regions. You can follow Wade at Wade's Farm on Instagram, or you can find his link at thealohapress.com.
Laura, thanks for joining us on the Aloha Press podcast. Tell us about yourself. We've heard that you were born with a golf club in your hand. Tell us kind of how you got started in the game and what's your influence now.
So my name is Laura. I'm from Boulder, Colorado. And I learned how to play golf basically because my grandmother played golf constantly. And she took care of me a lot. So she would drag me out to the local municipal course when I was really young, and she would give me a plastic club on the putting green, and I would just start putting. So it just kind of grew from there. Starting at about age 10, I started playing tournament golf. I played tournament golf for about 10 years before I gave it up because I was just super burnt out on it. So now I just play for fun. I turned down a few college offers to play golf, much to my parents' chagrin, but I was very burnt out on tournament golf at that time. So I play for fun, play for money, and it's a good time.
Good.
And I think, yeah.
How old are you? Do you still live in Boulder? And what's your home course right now?
So yeah, I do still live in Boulder. My home course is Boulder Country Club, which is where I grew up learning how to play.
Okay.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
So what's the index at right now?
It is a 12.1, which I'm not super happy with.
Hey,
but because it used to be lower.
Okay.
But I'm working on it.
No, that's understandable. Did you guys get a lot of snow out there? I don't know what kind of elevation you're at, but I'm assuming you're getting back to the swing of golf with the spring summer weather.
Today was about 77 degrees, but like last Thursday it snowed.
Oh shoot.
So
May.
Have the courses been closed for a while out there?
The course was closed for most of last week. So, and a bit like the week before because it also snowed.
So when it snowed out, are you practicing somewhere else, or are you just taking time off?
When I played tournament golf, like I would just go to a local indoor place and just hit turf, but I don't do that anymore. Just because I don't like to hit on turf.
Me either.
Hate it. We absolutely hate Matt.
Yeah, I hate it.
Just skipping clubs into the golf ball.
I don't get much of anything out of it. Yeah, and it like ruins the face of your irons. I hate it. So.
Did you go to college? Did you were you part of any like fraternities, or did you do anything fun in college?
Yeah, I went to college, small liberal arts college in Florence here, called Colorado College, and I was a member of the Delta Gamma sorority there.
Awesome.
Which was fun.
Very cool. So So you said you like to play golf for fun now, and you like to bet some money. What's the highest wager you've made?
Oh, my dad and some of his friends. I think I put a $500 wager on the 18th hole.
Oh, I love it. That's the Aloha Press right there.
Did you win?
That is the Aloha Press right there, and it works out. So
That's awesome.
yeah, the time I didn't know that was the Aloha Press, but
So when you're out playing for fun right now and you're playing games with your friends and stuff, how often are you getting out and playing?
I try to get out 3 times a week. But I'm in law school right now, so sometimes not always possible, but I'm done with school right now, so I should be able to get out more often.
So now that you're in law school, obviously you may run into us at some point if you ever move out to California. But when you're playing with your friends, do you have like a set group that you always go out and play with? Or are you part of like a group out at the club that you guys get skins games together? How do you kind of do that?
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of friends that I play with, but for the most part, I play with my dad. And he doesn't really like competitive golf or skins games like that, but occasionally, like if we have enough beer, then I skins game with some of his friends.
Did you say if you have enough beer?
Yeah,
Do you like to drink on the golf course?
you know, it's a delicate balance. Because if you have too much, then your game is gonna go to shit, right? At least
Absolutely.
mine does.
Unless you're playing like a 4-man
But
scramble.
if you have like, yeah, but if you have like the right amount, then you're good to go.
That's good. All right. So what's your beer choice?
Coors Light.
Oh, of course, it's Coors Light. You're from Colorado. Oh,
Hydrating. It's like drinking water out on the golf course.
Yeah, it's kind of hydrate.
you guys don't drink
It's hot
Stones out
here.
there?
Yeah.
That's funny. No, that's good. You and me both. So what do you do? I know you're going to law school and you play golf 3 days a week. What do you do for the game of golf right now?
What do I do for what?
What do you do for golf right now? Like what? I know you're part of a blog. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so basically, like, if there's a product or, something that I'm interested in reviewing in, like, I will ask the company if they're interested in a review, and if they are, they'll send me, said product, and I'll try it out and, produce a review. So I've only done, like, 2 reviews thus far, but, it's an interesting way to connect with companies, for sure. And it's kind of eye opening as far as like how little women's wear there is out there, and what a market could be tapped into for that.
Laura, when you're not going to school and you're not playing golf and you're concentrating more on the blog and the social media side, like how much time of your day does that take up? How much time are you spending on Instagram and on Facebook and on all these social media things doing that type of work?
God.
Is that
It's
a lot?
like 7 hours. Yeah, it's probably like 7 hours a day, honestly.
So you got to have your phone charged like 24/7?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, that's we were putting in like an hour. And,
yeah, we're new to this.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm new to it too, and I think it's only going to get worse.
Oh, I bet. Have you seen a big increase in like your following since you started doing these reviews?
Yeah, I mean, I started in March, and I probably had 250 followers. Excuse me, I'm just grabbing water.
No problem.
Sure it's not Coors Light or what?
Yeah, why don't you just crack open a cold one?
No.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Not right now. Yeah, so when I started, I probably only had like 250 followers. Now I have like 1,250 followers. And the work has just gone up exponentially.
Okay, what are some of the products you've reviewed so far?
So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Wedge Wizard. He's in Oceanside.
I haven't, but I jumped on your Instagram and checked it out. It looks like he does some awesome work.
He does amazing work. Just amazing custom wedges. That's like all he does. Like recently I ordered a Rap Gods set from him. So one of the wedges had a quote from an Eminem song. another one had a quote from a Biggie song, and the last one had a quote from an Ice Cube song. Like, he does incredible work.
So
It's out of control.
Is he getting these wedges from another company and then he's customizing them like that, or does he actually make the wedge too?
Basically, like Vokies or Cleveland's or TaylorMade's, or I've seen some PXG ones. Which sounds expensive.
I was gonna say, yeah. What does one of these custom wedges run you?
So if you're gonna get like a Vokie or like a TaylorMade high toe, probably about $400. But yeah, but if you send in like custom wedges, like if I buy 3 PXG wedges, which I'm not going to do, and had them customized, then you could run it up to be like $1,400 ish. So it's expensive for sure.
Yeah, that's I mean, I looked at some of his work and the wedge that really cool blue one that you had. Like I would.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd even take it into a sand bunker. I'd be scared to death.
No. Yeah, it's one of those things where I just kind of keep it in the golf closet because like I don't want to use it because it's so pretty.
Oh no.
And like once you start to scuff it, like your part of yourself just dies.
Yeah, especially with the Eminem and Biggie lyrics. I like that. That's pretty creative. I don't want to be rubbing those things off.
And those ones are still in the plastic because I just haven't used them yet because I'm like,
if you played at our home course, yeah, you would never want to take it out because there's bigger rocks and boulders in our bunkers than anything else. So.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Like our bunkers are filled with basically cement.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a typical public golf course bunker.
Yeah, no, it's like it's not light and fluffy. It's.
So, you've only done a couple posts on this blog, and it sounds like you have an influential voice when it comes to women's golf. Tell me about how they and why they reached out to you to do these reviews.
I think I was traveling to Vegas and I was about to play Shadow Creek, which is where the match with Tiger and Phil was, where I wasted $30 for a 4-hour golf tournament.
Oh, you did? Because it was free?
Yeah. I didn't get to. It was not free when I paid. Yeah, it was $30. Anyway, so I went out to Vegas to play Shadow Creek, and I reached out to the main guy on the Breakfast Ball Golf blog, and I was like, so, like, tell me about Shadow Creek, because they have some reviews of Las Vegas golf courses, and he was just telling me, what to expect and how much of a shit show it would be and how many balls you'd lose and stuff like that. So, and then afterwards, I put up some content about Shadow Creek, and he reached out to me. He said, would you be interested in writing for this blog? Because you have an interesting voice, you have good style, and we really could use, a woman to write for the blog right now because we don't have one. So I think mostly that's how I get stuff done, is just by being a woman in the game of golf, to be honest with you.
So, Laura, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Me and JC, we've been playing golf our whole lives.
Yeah.
My mom, my wife, my girlfriends, whenever back in the day, none of them, my sister, have ever been into golf. When we go out and play, luckily, one of the pros at our home course here in Castle Oaks is a female, and she's really good, and she's a lot of fun to play with because she's good.
Nice.
What do you think about like women in the game of golf? Because I know there's different perspectives from what we see out there at the public course. When you got a group of 4 women in front of you and they're playing really slow or they're not that good, and there's just not many of them out there. How is it like being a woman when you're out on the course? Are you usually playing with just guys?
Yeah, I almost always exclusively play with guys. And I don't want to rail against women's golf, but the problem is that like when you have 4 women playing the game of golf, they take it so seriously. And by doing that, they play really slow. They don't have fun. They're just really worried about enforcing the rules, and it just pisses everybody off.
Yep, that happened to us on Sunday or Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, where you're either like if you're behind a group of women, like, and that's one of the reasons like why I don't participate in women's leagues. It's just because it's not fun.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense, and I mean, and you being an influential figure in women's golf, I mean, we got to change that. I mean, and it's not just
Yeah,
women; it is. I've seen some 35 handicaps that are marking their ball about 8 inches away from the cup, and I just want to start. It's so brutal.
yeah, and it really starts at a young age. 'Cause like when I played high school golf, like my freshman year, I used to have 8 to 10 hour rounds. Um, because
for 18 holes?
yes,
Oh my.
because nobody was enforcing like if some girl was shooting like a 15 on a hole, she'd have to play every single shot, and it would take forever. And so I think that when you instill that kind of play at a young age, like you're going to end up with, a 35 handicap marking their ball or whatever it is. Because, for girls or whatever, it is so instilled in us that we must follow the rules constantly. And it's crazy.
So is one of your goals in what you're doing with your blog and your social media, is it to encourage women to play golf and bring them back to the game and maybe show them the side that you want them to see, not the past like you were just talking about?
Yeah, no, I mean, because I think as a woman, it can be very intimidating, especially walking into like a mostly male club where there's not really a women's locker room. That was kind of my experience at Shadow Creek. They were like, well, you can go change in the bathroom. And like, meanwhile, there's this huge men's locker room and with Michael Jordan's locker and Tiger Woods, etc. So it's really intimidating to walk into those atmospheres. Um, but I think that the more we do it and the more we make it normal, I think that we can bring good perspective to the game. Meanwhile, playing with guys, who don't take it so seriously, and we don't take it as seriously. I think that's just my experience.
Absolutely, because sometimes we take ourselves way too serious, and I do it too. We take ourselves way too serious on the golf course.
Yeah,
We realize that we are not on the match at Shadow Creek. Like there's not 100 cameras filming us. Like if you have an 8 or you just take an X. Like yeah, play whatever. Just pick up your ball, or if you're not having a great day, like just play best ball. Shoot, I mean you're gonna have way more fun instead of playing an 8 hour round of golf. That sounds terrible.
Oh, it's brutal.
What
So brutal.
I mean, and it's something that we got into this business of golf entertainment, and we're seeing that women's golf seems like it's always like kind of shoved in the corner, and it's never brought to light. Like the PGA Tour, the Web.com tour is just shoved down our throat, where the LPGA Tour is so entertaining and also relatable. Those
Yeah,
girls drive the ball way farther than I do, and our game is probably more relatable than me and John Rahm because John Rahm drives at 340 yards when I'm going to be 150, possibly 200 yards behind him when I you know hit my 3 iron about 112 yards. Um, so it's kind of discouraging, because my wife, is trying to get into the game of golf, and for her to go buy a set of golf clubs, one, it's like they're always like, "Where's the women's golf?" Like, all right, cool, it's in that box over there with that pink bag and that pink grip, and I mean,
yeah.
what's your experience with golf clubs and equipment?
I mean, it is so hard. I mean, it's getting easier, but like when I was growing up, like there was one option for what you could get. Um, and that was kind of it. Like it wasn't the kind of thing where you got your golf clubs replaced every year. Like I know a lot of guys who do that every year. Because there weren't any options and everything was fake. And
Right.
so recently I realized that as long as you have the right shaft and the right grip on the club, it does not matter what you are hitting.
Okay. I see you put some new shafts in your golf clubs. What kind of shafts did you put in?
So I have the UST recoils on my Callaway Rogues, which are women's clubs technically, but I mean they're not that much different than men's.
Yeah.
Which are, they're really soft, really buttery. But for the most part, I play men's clubs and just put a women's shaft on it, and I have no problem with it.
Can you run us through like driver to wedge, kind of like your distances, what you hit?
Yeah, so I have a Callaway Epic Flash driver, which I hit usually 200-ish on a good day.
Okay.
I've got the King F9 Speedback 3-wood, which I sometimes hit 215, so sometimes I just leave the driver in the bag. And then as far as my irons are concerned, it's going to kind of depend on the day as to how fast I'm swinging. But my 5-iron, I don't use my 4-iron. 5-iron is like 175. 6-iron, if I use it, around that same thing, around the same yardage. And then 7-iron, 150, 165, like consistently. It's like the most consistent club I have.
Freaking smoke that club. You and I are on the same tee box. You know that, right? Like you're gonna outdrive me with your 7-iron. Like every time. So what's your favorite club in your bag? Is it your 7-iron?
Yeah, it's my 7-iron.
All right, what's your go-to shot? Are you hitting a buttercut? Are you hitting the pull hook? The worm burner? What's your shot? What's your go-to shot?
It's a pull hook.
Oh, I like that. Okay. You gain a little extra yard with the roll. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pull hook.
I always try and hit the buttercut, and I just hit the dead the 40-yard hook, and you're like, where the hell did that go? Like,
yeah,
everyone in
buttercuts are hard.
everyone in the game's like, oh, the golf ball's changed, and you can't hit these giant hooks. I'm like, bullshit. Like you obviously don't play with me.
Yeah.
What's your golf ball? What's the one that you use? Have you tested those? What's the one you're hitting?
So I've had the Titleist Pro V1X. It's kind of what I've always played. So I guess when that My Golf Spy report came out, I got some of those Bridgestone. Oh my God, what are they? That's whatever Tiger uses.
Yeah, the super spinny golf ball. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't like these. So I hit the Titleist Pro V1X because I like the control. I like that you get a little spin on it, but not too much. It's not just like dead like some of those matte golf balls. Like I don't like the smells for that reason. But yeah, I also think that report is kind of bullshit.
Probably influenced by money.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what do you think? So influentially wise, with women's golf and women's equipment, how can people? I mean, it seems like there's more custom shops and things popping up. What's your take on kind of these big box stores now? That's not your only option anymore. It's like the Wedge Wizard or some of these other companies like Schnell or Vice that are producing products that are. I mean, at least their reports are they're comparable, but the price is different. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like when I don't know if you remember when Costco was selling their golf balls, which were basically just rebranded titles for everyone's.
Kirkland, yeah.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were. They were the best balls because you could get like 4 dozen for like $37.
I didn't like it. I only played it one time and I didn't like it. But maybe that's just because I looked down and saw Kirkland's signature on there and thought about my
t-shirts.
Yeah, because you probably found it in the weeds. That's why. Probably. Had a chunk missing out of the side of it.
It'd been sitting in a farm for 3 years.
There's a good chunk missing from the lawnmower that ran over it. Yeah. So, like all of these balls that say like, well, this is the best ball on the market for this price. I want to say that most of it is bullshit. just because those ice balls, I do not like them. I think they're crap. They make weird noises.
Okay. We're not going to get a sponsor from them now, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's
Yeah.
just depends like how you feel like you're getting it. I mean, there's
You're breaking up.
balls. I can get that.
Hey,
There's a
Laura,
very big difference.
I got a question for you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry, we're breaking up a little bit. So now that you're being an ambassador for these companies and they're sending you their stuff and they're saying, "Hey, we want you to try it out, review it, blah blah blah," do you feel the pressure to always try to be positive, or are you able to get on there like you did right now and just say, "This thing fucking sucks. I'll never play this or I'll never use this." Can you do that, or do you feel that you got to always try to find the positives in these products?
So it does be a product, and I'm like, wow, no, can't do this. I will send the product back, and just tell them that I don't feel comfortable with the product, rather than writing a 1,500-page article about why their product is bad. Just because that adds anything positive to what we're trying to do. And that's sort of the motto of the Breakfast Ball Golf Club anyway, is that if you don't like it, like either send it back, like offer to send it back, or just don't review it.
Okay, so you're not going to get out there and bash anybody on social media or in the public. You're just going to say, "Yeah, this one's not for me," and send it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're not going to try Vice golf balls, right?
I mean, I have them, but like they're in my bag.
Yeah.
Hate them.
What do you have any upcoming reviews or anything that's gonna drop soon that you can talk about?
Yeah, I just got some footwear, like Pro, I think they're like brand new women's FootJoys. And honestly, like I haven't worn FootJoys since high school. Yeah, so I wore FootJoys all through high school because they were super cool 10 years ago. They were. And then after that, they kind of changed the model, and I was like, what is that? But I just got some really, really cool FootJoys that I'm excited about to try out and review. Yeah, they look pretty cool.
All right. What so through just jumping on your Instagram and taking a look, it looks like you've traveled quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, playing Boulder Creek, that you said you lost a bunch of golf balls. What
Yes.
are some unique what's the most unique golf course that you've ever played?
Oh, probably a golf course in Ireland.
Okay.
And I say that just because it was kind of like just kind of a hidden gem. Like there weren't that many members, and it just kind of had this golf course out there, but it was beautiful. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else, but yeah, that's the first one that comes to mind. Just trees everywhere. It was kind of like in the middle of the forest. They were like, "We're just gonna put a golf course here."
Like just plop one down. No, yeah, that's awesome. Do you take a lot of golf trips?
If I'm traveling and there's a nice golf course, I'll take my clubs with me, but I don't travel necessarily for golf.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many hole-in-ones do you have?
0.
0? Oh, you and me both. Have you seen any hole-in-ones?
Yeah, my dad had one.
What did he
and I was with him.
That's awesome. What did he do anything crazy? Did he like jump in the pond or?
No.
No?
No. No. He was like, fuck yes. I was like, oh, damn.
Did he buy some people some drinks afterwards?
Yeah, no, he bought the entire bar of drinks. So it was a fun time.
Good. That's
awesome.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Have you ever come out to California and played golf?
I played Torrey Pines.
You played Torrey Pines?
In San Diego. Yeah.
Okay. Did you play both courses?
But that's it. No, I didn't.
Very cool.
I did not.
You review really cool equipment. You're going to law school. You play golf 3 times a week, which I'm so jealous of because we get to play like once a week. We get to talk golf a lot, but so it seems like you've met a bunch of cool, influential people in the game of golf. Tell us about that. I think someone that we all know, that we all really enjoy watching and listening to.
Yeah, so probably the first person I met in the game of golf was Michelle Wee, and I was 14 and I think she's maybe only a year older than I am, and I went to go see the women's U.S. Open at Cherry Hills in Colorado, and I just watched her practice for like an hour. And afterwards, she was like, "Hi, I saw you watching me. Like, are you interested in the game of golf?" And like, she talked to me for like 5 minutes. So she is really cool. I met Ernie Els when I was about 9. I don't remember anything about it.
The Big Easy.
The Big Easy.
The Big Easy. The
Yeah.
Big Easy. But apparently, like, I cracked a joke and made him laugh, and I have no idea what it was about. But yeah, he was a nice guy. But my favorite was David Faraday. I met him a couple years ago at a fundraiser, and he is probably the funniest person I've ever met.
I believe that. I watch his shows on TV, and he's pretty good.
He is so funny, and he's had a bit of a rough life. Like, I'm sure people know that, but God, he's got such a sense of humor about everything that he's been through. And class and grace, and he's still commentating, and he still adds to the game of golf. So I think it's really impressive. Like, he's one of my favorite people for sure.
Absolutely. And you know what's great about him is his hair. I love his hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Oh my
God.
gosh, he has such good hair. I
Oh.
wanted to touch it.
Why didn't you? I would have just run my hands through it.
Because that would have been weird.
That would have been weird, but
Would have been funny though.
That would have been weird.
So, growing up as a female in golf and watching golf on TV, obviously it was all centered around men's. Now we got more women's. Who'd you kind of look up to in golf? Was it male golfers, or did you have a female golfer that you looked up to?
It was always Annika Sorenstam.
Because she was winning every week.
Yeah.
because she
Yeah. But the sad thing about it is when I saw the U.S. Open at Cherry Hills, I tried to say hi to her, and she didn't acknowledge me, and she didn't acknowledge any fans. And I was like, that sucks.
That is pretty shitty.
That sucks.
That tiger mentality, like I'm gonna just murder.
Totally.
Yeah,
and like yeah.
No, it's kind of disappointing. My childhood here ran right by me one day, and I'm like, oh, that was a dick move. Like, just stood out here in the sun for freaking 8 hours to see you, and nope, no care. That's really cool. So we've already launched our PGA Championship kind of predictions, and I kind of want to run you through, because I think we'll release this probably in the next couple days, maybe during the PGA Championship. And I don't want to get into the PGA Championship. There's enough podcasts out there that are going to highlight it.
Yeah.
We already kind of did. We do it in a way that's really like vulgar. I mean, we talked about John Daly riding around a cart and gave him a bunch of shit about drinking. And
Did you see that there were like 2 fans who got him to sign cigarette boxes?
It's awesome. Marble Red.
I would love to play with John Daly.
Me too.
I just want to hear some of the stories that he has, because it.
Oh God.
And just his swing, God, I used to swing like that. I never hit it that
Yeah.
far, but
No.
it.
How did you get such a good swing?
So we had a couple predictions. Jeff, why don't you tell Laura what your prediction was?
So for this year, I went with Ricky Fowler, and I got some shit from JC for it. And he went with some guy named Kevin Na.
You picked Kevin Na?
Right? That's kind of my reaction.
What? I mean, he's due. I mean, he's been playing the game forever.
I had to ask JC, are you sure he's even in the tournament?
I don't think he's in the tournament, but So who's your pick for the PGA? Obviously, it's not Kevin Na.
No, it is not Kevin Na.
Who's your pick for the PGA?
I'm picking Brooks Koepka.
Oh, God, that guy.
Yeah.
He has the body issue come out yet?
I don't know.
You haven't seen. Oh, that guy. He decided to just like eat kale for like 3 months to lose a bunch of weight.
Yeah, no, he's a fucking weirdo. I get it.
I do. I'm a fan of him. He is. I just think he's I love his opinion about the game of golf, and I love how he can just call anyone out because he can just beat everyone's ass, which is for me, which is entertaining. So Brooks Koepka, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Didn't he win last year? Yeah, he won last year. He won a lot last year. Shoot. Well, cool. All right, Brooks Koepka. We so if Jeff wins, if Ricky Fowler wins, I have to wear orange, like all day.
all orange, all day. I think if Kevin Na wins,
Jeff has to yip every swing. He's got to fake hit it on every shot for a whole round of golf. But
that's amazing. And he's got to pick up the ball right as it before it hits the hole.
Yep, absolutely.
We had something about cutting our hair into mullets because we are going for the Faraday look right now. We're both growing our hair out until we get in trouble at work. But
nice.
I don't. If Kevin Na wins, were we going to cut it into mullets too, or something like that?
I don't. I mean, I don't think.
I listened to our podcast today and I already forgot. But
yeah, that's the way it goes. So Laura, craziest golf story. What's the craziest thing you've seen on the course? Any alligator stories or?
You know, I do have an alligator story. I was playing in some golf camp. It was like the whatever the AJGA used to be. And I was out in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And it was like 95 degrees of humidity, so it was terrible. I'm from Colorado, so I'm not used to humidity. I just don't like it. But we were on like the 17th hole, and I'm playing like a tournament game. And this big ass 8-foot alligator just comes out of the water and steals my ball and goes back in.
Freaking Happy Gilmore? Are you kidding me?
Yes, and I was
my god!
And they were like, "Well, that's a stroke," and I was like, "What?
What do you mean that's a stroke? That's
no." They were confused about the rules, and like we brought somebody over, and I was like, "So the alligator stole my ball."
That's crazy.
Did anybody else see it, or did you just have to go tell them that?
No, somebody, 2 other people saw it, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, the alligator did steal the ball."
Okay.
I'm not dropping anywhere near that pond.
Yeah, no, I was like, you know what? I'll just take an 8. I'm here.
Yeah, the 2 club length is not long enough.
I was taking an 8. Yeah, that's probably the craziest thing. But
what'd you make on the hole?
I don't even remember.
You probably made birdie or something. Brand new golf ball dropping.
Oh god.
What's your take on the new drop roll on the new putting with the flag stick?
It's so fucking dumb. Like, it's so dumb. Like, I was at a waste management tournament in January, so obviously, like, the rules were brand new. And I was on the 18th hole, and it was pretty early. And I don't even know which player it was, but he dropped it from shoulder height.
Wasn't it Ricky Fowler did that? Who was it?
He did that too, but it wasn't Ricky. So then, like, the official came over and told him that he did it wrong. He was so angry. Martin Fire, actually. Yeah, so he got so mad. So then he dropped it from his knees, and he's like, "Is this alright? Is this alright? Is this alright?" And the guy was like, "Yeah." So it's such a stupid rule.
All right, putting with the flag stick in. And do you leave it in or do you pull it?
I always pull it just because, like, when I was in high school, like, one of my very first tournaments, I put it out from probably 30 feet, and I actually made the putt. But since I was on the green and the pin was in, I got a 2-stroke penalty. So I always take it out.
That's no, yeah, that would be really shitty.
Yeah.
Okay. What anything else that that you've had experience wise in golf that that you'd like to share with our listeners?
I don't know. I mean, if anybody is listening and they're kind of nervous about trying to play the game of golf, guys or girls, like just go for it. I mean, the worst that can happen is that you don't play very well for the first time, but you get back up, and like it's kind of like snowboarding where you just keep falling on your ass, and eventually you get back up.
You eventually figured out
Yeah.
one of my toes is not that bad. Like I'm gonna stop face planting into the ice.
Yeah, exactly. So
Very cool. Anything coming up? Golf related that any golf tournaments you're gonna be going to?
yeah, I'm playing in a scramble at the end of the month. With somebody I met on Instagram, which is kind of cool. Realty Sports is sponsoring it. Pins and Aces, companies like that. So that should be cool. I should be the only girl there.
Oh, really? That's
We'll
just
see.
crazy to me. I don't understand why women aren't more involved in the game of golf. It's not. I mean, you're outside and you're hitting this little stupid white ball, and you get to talk
Yeah.
shit and bet some money and have some Coors Light. So, well, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think about the clothing line for women's now in golf?
Oh god, I have so many feelings about that.
Because you see what the girls wear on TV for the LPGA tour, and then you see what the ladies are wearing at your club, and then you just see the ones that look like they're in a bathing suit out there. So I kind of where are you at in that mix?
So when I was growing up and learning how to play golf, I could never wear shorts like they wear on tour now. They had to be 4 finger lengths down. That was the stupid rule. But once girls on tour stopped wearing really ugly clothes, I stopped wearing ugly clothes too. But I draw the line because I'm sure you've seen on Instagram where there's a girl on the tee box and she's wearing a bikini and she's holding a club in her hand, and I'm like, that's not really gonna improve our image in the game of golf, guys. So I like to wear something comfortable, but it also has to look good. I'm not gonna wear Payne Stewart pants.
Some long pants and knickers.
Well, I noticed.
Do
you wear flat bill hats a lot?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that because have you checked out any of the Aloha press gear?
No.
You're gonna have to review it. You're gonna have to review the flat bill.
Yeah. No. You gotta send it to me, and I'll review it immediately.
We're gonna have you review it, and if it gets returned to sender, I'm probably gonna get really mad.
I'm not gonna return it to you.
Your bill was too flat. It was not comfortable.
Your bill was too flat. No, I like wearing flat bills just because that's kind of what's on the market. I mean that's what a lot of guys wear these days. So.
All right, cool.
Figure why not?
Well, yeah. Laura, if you're ever in California, I need you to look us up. We'd love to treat you around. Maybe up to have you ever been to South Lake Tahoe?
I have not. No.
Oh, it's beautiful up there. There's a great golf course and some great ski resorts and stuff. But Laura, we really appreciate you jump on the podcast. I know we took up way too much of your time.
No, not at all.
Thanks for giving us some insight. This is a first for us, and hopefully, with our conversation, maybe we can influence some more people to play the game of golf and not take it so serious. So, with that being said, we really appreciate it, Laura. Thank you.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Laura. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Wearing all black, being aggressive, hitting bombs. Got to hit bombs off the tee to be able to get to those small sections. And that's what I'm going to do today. Hit bombs and attack the pin.